It doesn't even have a name yet. I hope you like it. Malcolm X was ahead of his time. He understood the white supremacist mind. He was right. The system was never designed for us to come together and shine. I used to write poems to get things off my chest, but poetry became a business, made a difference, started paying dividends, and then dividends put me in a place of privilege. So I made a deal with myself to use this platform for more than building my wealth, because all these children need help. You can't talk about the struggle if you ain't changing nothing. Furthermore, why are you talking if you ain't saying something? But yeah, I used to write about the ends, about drifting away from my childhood friends, day-to-day street hustling, the way we struggling, the daily suffering and the baby mother thing. And after a while I thought, what's the point in this? Who's trying to make a living off exploiting this? I'm trying to understand the root cause of the trauma and teach our young people about avoiding this. I realized in due course the root cause is brute force in the form of capitalism. All of us were forced to adapt to the system. Our ancestors who weren't kidnapped and imprisoned had to watch colonization change their pattern of living. Food was everywhere, so they had to be chilling. Until the Europeans started attacking and killing. It was mass murder for African men. Mass rape for African women. They established a system where the land weren't for food. It was for diamonds, gold, cobalt, cotton, copper, cocoa. It's no joke, these lands had platinum in them. They said, fuck the natives and their backwards tradition. If we extract these riches, that's big business. We can ship them, flip them, we have the equipment. And to this day, that's the position. That was Africa's entry into capitalism. They turned our ancestors into surplusless workers and paid them pennies like their they turned our ancestors into purposeless workers and paid them pennies like their surplus was worthless. Now all that money that we haven't been given, they act like they can't give it back because it's hidden. But the truth is, this wealth is in the fabric of Britain. Slavery jump-started British capitalism. And when they colonized our land, that shit was different. They came with their guns and they cut with our treasure. Left us fake borders that brought us nothing but pressure. Limited education and infrastructure. By the time we got independence, things were fucked up. But we had leaders stronger than Leonidas. Real freedom fighters confidently beside us. And what did them hating, racist, rapists do? Spoil little brats that hate to lose. Instead of just respecting us and paying dues, they started funding rebels and staging coups. You don't know what it means to be trapped in the system until you see capitalism through the African prison. The plan wasn't to incorporate blacks into Britain and give back what was missing, so we had to forgive them. Nah, the plan was to keep the food chain the same. So they locked us into cycles of trapping and prison. It started with our parents running from civil wars. More times civil wars that the British caused. They reached Britain's shores, tried not to breach Britain's laws, and this was their big reward. They soon found out that the streets was crazy and they couldn't count on police for safety. Plus they learned that to earn some decent wages, they wouldn't get a good night's sleep for ages. They were stuck on a hamster wheel. Meanwhile, their ends develops a gangster film. The government ignored all their young people's need for protection and investment, which the gangs fulfilled. You don't know what it means to be trapped in the system until you see capitalism through the African prison. That's why to this day I can't switch off my brain, thinking they got rich off our pain. They made all that money out of slavery and colonization, and through migration, we got ripped off again. Britain, France, Portugal, Spain, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, and of course the settlers, from the South Africans to the North Americans. They act like Hitler was some different kind of evil. But judging from all the evidence, they were all malevolent to people with melanin. Oh, you call them presidents? Yeah, we call them predators. Now when we discuss brown and black communities, we talk about the poverty and lack of unity like it's just natural. Just our natural development. And the past 500 years are all irrelevant. How did it all end? You tell me. How do you feel when you have to go into work and smile in people's faces, knowing the society is racist? Malcolm X was ahead of his time. He understood the white supremacist mind, and he was right. The system was never designed for us to come together for a better design. See, to understand our place in capitalism, we have to envision it through the African prism. Giving up our land was not a passive decision. The mainstream narrative's got a massive omission. Our problem has never been a lack of ambition or a lack of commitment. No, our problem was them not robbing us, taking what they want from us without having permission. To get them off of us, we need to pattern the kids them. I'll be damned if my babies end up trapped in the system. Thank you.